Yesterday, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear announced that all middle and high schools will remain closed through at least January 4th. Elementary schools will have the option to reopen on December 7th as long as their county is not in red. I asked Mr. Carter, the superintendent of McCracken County Schools, on my podcast, The Main Report, about when we might see students return to the classroom.
We want to get back in person as much as possible, but again, it has to be in a manner that's safe, for our students, our staff, and for our community at large.
Mr. Carter also told me how the district is helping families who might need extra assistance during virtual learning.
We got our family resource centers that are always available for assistance. The 21st Century has got after-school tutoring hours, virtual things that have been set up that, again, we want people to make sure they take full advantage of. And again, our meal delivery, we're still doing that door to door when we go virtual.
If you'd like to hear the full interview, you can check out The Main Report, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
After the Board of Control's meeting, the decision to start basketball on March 1st for district tournaments is final. March 8th starts regional tournaments, and the Sweet 16 at Rip Arena is planned for March 15th through 21st or 22nd through 28th.
COVID-19 has caused many changes in everyone's lives, including young kids. It can be extremely hard for younger kids to understand the importance of social distancing and staying healthy. As we are all trying to get back to life, so are preschoolers. We talked to pre-K teacher Tanya Kovach about teaching preschool during a pandemic.
Things just look a lot different than they usually do. Usually our focus is on giving kids the most fun experience with dress-up clothes and sensory tables and just as much toys as we can possibly pull out and just so much fun. But this year we're more focused on keeping them safe.
Germs spread easily between young children, so it's important to keep all the kids healthy and take as many precautions as necessary.
Now everybody that's part of the staff wears a mask, and the children are not required to wear a mask by the state of Kentucky because they're 5 and under. But the parents are wearing masks when they come through the drop-off line and the pickup line. When they sign their kids out at the end of the day, they have to use their own pen. Within the school, kids are washing their hands immediately when they walk in the building, and then they're washing them many, many times throughout the day.
To help prevent the spread of the virus, Emmanuel Preschool is coming up with new ways to keep everyone safe and healthy.
Well, initially, I was absolutely dreading them because I love my job. I love the way things were. And trying to picture things with all the new protocol and I didn't even know how we were going to do it.
Out of the 8 weeks the school has been opened, not a single coronavirus case. Emmanuel Preschool is currently closed due to a rise in cases in the county, but hopefully will reopen soon.
COVID-19 really is hard for me to deal with, and in all my life, it's probably the thing I least expected to happen to me. So as my life went on, so did COVID. It's been a struggle for my mother, who is currently battling it with all her strength. Her body always has been in terrible condition and susceptible to all sorts of diseases and infections. So I hold on, hoping my father will not catch the virus, even though we sit in the same living room. But it seems like everything in our lives has been flipped upside down. So I'm here to talk about how coronavirus affects ourselves while working at schoolwork. And lately, it's been sort of a bummer. Schoolwork seems to be grind slowly. And with Corona in the way, it's hard to concentrate on doing work because all your time is being spent on wondering what's going to happen to you. So here I am at home with my family and dogs, doing schoolwork and trying my best to keep up. But if I look to my left, there my mom is sick. So keep on focusing and doing your best. So that's it. Remember to think happy thoughts. I'm Bryce Benton.
If you are interested in joining the Future Business Leaders of America, you can contact either Chapter President Reagan Farmer or Mr. Mungle. MCHS's FBLA Remind text is at 8DF24B to 81010. Their Twitter is at McCrackenFBLA. The website will be linked in the description and is also https:// www.mccrackenbusiness.com/fbla.html. The Google Classroom code is UT35YIA. Anyone can join FBLA, even if you are not in a business class.
My name is Elliot Emerson, and I'm here to remind our viewers that last week we celebrated our brave veterans who have defended this country. We would all like to thank them for their service, and we also want to remind our viewers that a Veterans Day tribute honoring those who have served is on our YouTube channel. The video is a list honoring the relatives of students and faculty that have served in the military.
Hello, this is Cyrus Stewart from Mustang TV News. I'm here to do a recap of the women's volleyball season. So, the girls' volleyball season lost at George Rogers Clark High School in the final 8 of the state championship. They lost to Notre Dame 3-0, but they put up a really good fight. We are first in District 2. Home, we are 9-0.
It's National Adoption Month, so why isn't it all in the news? Why don't more people foster? Why don't more people adopt? There are plenty of kids waiting foster care to be adopted. When it comes to being a foster parent, it takes not only being willing, but having one heck of a love of children. When I asked Miss Griffith about the topic,
we were coming home from the doc's appointment, and we have two of our very good friends do foster care still to this day. They've adopted 5 kids. And most of them are medically complex, and they were kind of our inspiration. Like, we weren't even because the doctor we had to go see was in Louisville, and we weren't even 2 miles down the road when my husband looked at me and was like, okay, we're doing foster care, right?
with every positive thing, there are people who want nothing more than a deterrent rod. So we come back to our original question, why don't more people foster? It's because of stereotypes. One of the big ones is that the kids in foster care are quote-unquote bad kids. My friend Destiny, who was adopted through foster care, and I, who was also adopted, discussed this topic. Destiny stated, they aren't bad, they just didn't have parents who taught them right. Often these kids don't have that discipline until they enter the foster home. Earlier, I formed my own opinion. Just because our biological parents aren't good people, that does not mean we're like them. Not bad, we're just not taught. That's not the only one out there, though. It's far from it. Not all of them are necessarily about the kids, however. Another one of these stereotypes is directed more towards the foster parents themselves, that they're only there for the free money.
It's not enough benefits.
Not
at all. I don't know how anyone makes money off of this.
The parents don't get paid enough for their jobs, okay?
Right.
Well, for one, the amount they get is pretty pitiful for the job they do. 2, it isn't free money. Destiny said, people don't just do foster care for the heck of it. It's a full-time job just like any other. So, do you like kids? Then maybe you just might be a perfect fit for foster care.
Many of our seniors have signed with colleges these past weeks. Josh Tucker signed with Wesleyan College to play baseball. And Michelle signed with Wabash Valley College to play soccer. Maggie I signed with the University of Kentucky for track, field, and cross country. Adeline Edwards signed with Rend Lake to play golf, and Molly Thomas signed with Trine University to play soccer. We congratulate these students for their accomplishments and wish them luck in their college careers.
The scores have come back for the October and September ACT. We would like to congratulate a few students who made a 36 on their reading and science. For the October reading, Jada Harris, Ben Schofield, Jonathan Scratchman. October science, Ben Schofield. For the September reading, Laura Walker had also made a 36. Once again, we want to congratulate these students on making a 36 on the ACT.